Okay, let's get started. It's time to rock and roll. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be talking today about an additional way to earn money with real estate. So, a lot of you are accustomed to real estate sales and other things that have to do with real estate, but there's another way that's involved. With all of those ways, they're basically involving commission and that type of thing, and it's excellent. It's excellent. Real estate sales, listings, all types of ways to invest in real estate and to benefit from real estate. But there's another way that people have been benefiting financially from real estate, and it's called title abstracting. Yeah, title abstracting. And so here at Public Research Inc., we like to help people and help will assist them in understanding this resource. So, why is it important? Firstly, if you own property and you're interested in understanding the title history of your property, it's good to understand regarding title abstracting. So, we teach you how to research the title history of the property that you may own or that you're interested in purchasing. That's an important thing. And you say, well, we get the attorney to do that, and that's true, or we get the abstractor or the title company to do that, and that's very true. But it's also important, if you own your own property, to make sure that you continually review your standing, because there has been title fraud that's been taking place rampantly. And so what happens is there are companies that will fraudulently try to um, gently remove portions of the property that you own. You say, how can you do that? Here's how they do it. They will create a deed showing that you have claim a portion of your interest in the property. Now, this is how they'll do it. They'll take a portion of the legal description from your property, and they will use that to make up their legal description. Oh, I'm a land professional with National Land Realty, right? So I deal with a lot of people who have quite a bit of land. And so this happens to them all the time. The person will just rewrite the legal description, extracting a portion of their legal description from their property that they own. They won't even realize that it happened. They'll create a quick claim deed, conveying the property to themselves, forging the name of the owner. And all of a sudden, a portion of the owner's land has now been conveyed and transferred to somebody else. They'll go and borrow money on that property, and the owner won't even realize it. Yeah. And so what happens with title abstractors is they benefit a lot of people, because they help. When they come in, they teach people and show people how to do their title report. They go ahead and prepare the title report. They search the legal description to confirm that that legal description matches the amount of land that the owner believes that they own. But you're not out of the woods if you own no acreage. If you just own a house on a lot, you can still be subject to this same instance of fraudulent behavior. And so, on the one hand, it's very important that you understand how to read a legal description if you're a property owner. And on the other hand, this is a wonderful way for you to be able to help your community as a certified title abstractor. So let me go into explaining to you some of the things that are necessary to understand title abstracting. And then later on, if you're interested in becoming a certified title abstractor, you can reach out to me. Public Research Inc. Public Research Inc. I'm Jacqueline Battle with Public Research Inc. We were founded back in the 1990s. Yeah, we incorporated back in the 1990s. And we are also operating here in Alabama. I think we started operating here in Alabama in the early 2000s, but we started as we were incorporated in Delaware. Started years ago in the 1990s, and then we became an Alabama corporation in the early 2000s. So we've been doing this for a long time. Not just that, we have helped hundreds of people become title abstractors, certified title abstractors. Most of them that we help, They're still in the business. Yeah, we've been helping people since the 1990s become title abstractors, and they're still in the business. We helped somebody in Alabama as soon as we got here in the early 2000s. Those people are still operating as title abstractors. They're helping other people in terms of their title information, their title history, and just making sure that everything is intact. Every once in a while, they'll do a title research to make sure that that individual's ownership is still intact. So let's talk about legal descriptions really quick, because I just want to give you a general idea of how you can understand some of the information that you're seeing. See, that part is very important because people rarely explain these legal descriptions. So, really quickly, a legal description in a deed is a detailed, legally recognized way of defining the property's boundaries and location. Because addresses, physical addresses can change. Those are called the 911 addresses, and those could change. So there is something that solidifies the validity of that location of that property and pinpoints it, and it is called the legal description. So what it does is it ensures the clarity and the accuracy of the property lines so as to avoid any kind of confusion, but it also creates a binding specific identification that's enforceable. To help you identify your boundaries, so that if anybody has come and fraudulently excavated a portion of your property and then included it in a legal description in a deed that's been fraudulently conveyed to them, you'll know it as you get abstracts done of your property's title every so often. So when we look at recording and title security, the legal description helps governmental agencies and title companies track ownership and prevent fraud. When we look at property transactions, it ensures the buyer and the seller and the lenders so that they know exactly what land is being conveyed. Yeah. Without a clear legal description, property disputes can arise and owners can lose their rights to their property just because somebody has come and fraudulently taken a portion of your legal description without you even being aware of it. So all of these things help you to solidify and protect your ownership in the property as the years and the decades go by, so that even when you convey it to those that will be generational, you will be able to make sure that that legal description is intact even before you begin to convey it or to include it in any type of will. So meets and bounds is one type of legal descriptions. There are actually three main categories of legal descriptions that are used here in the United States. One of them is meets and bounds, is using directions and distances and natural landmarks to describe the property's boundaries. It's commonly used when the shape of the parcel is irregular, when it's not common. Also, there are lot and block descriptions. So that lot and block description is normally inside of a plat map, inside of a subdivision. Okay, it's already been subdivided. And so it relays in the survey, and you can find it in different mapping departments in the government agency, specifically tax assessor's office or the revenue commission office. Government rectangular survey systems, the acronym would be GRSS. It divides the land into townships and ranges, also sections, and it uses meridians and baselines for reference. This method is mainly used in the U.S., excluding the original 13 colonies. It's used in those areas. And so I'm going to talk to you specifically about meets and bounds. Just briefly, this is one of the oldest methods of land descriptions. Depends on the physical measurement and the geographic references. So it includes a point of beginning. Obviously, that's where it starts. This is the starting location of the property boundary, so you know how to create the shape. And then there are distances and directions that are used. Precise measurements, feet and meters and compass and other bearings, and they're called cardinal calls, okay? Then there are physical landmarks that may be used: rivers, roads, trees, and other natural landmarks. And then the closing boundary ends the description. Yeah, it's where we understand where that property description ends, and it creates the shape. So meets and bounds descriptions are highly detailed, but they require careful surveying. Yeah, a licensed surveyor. Yeah, and they're going to document everything so that it will remain accurately over the years. Now, sometimes natural monuments will be moved, but there's enough square footage language included in the meets and bounds so that even if a natural monument is moved, the shape of the property can still be identified. So when we understand land parcels and grids, sections, townships, and range references and meets and bounds, we have a grid map in most counties that will help you identify the section, township, and range. It's broken up into segments so that you understand it. Listen, if you want to know more, you want to check out this book. Yeah, this book is awesome. Title Abstracting Made Simple. It's also a pathway to limited franchising success. So if you're ever interested in this additional way of earning a living having to do with real estate, and you want to step inside of the industry of abstracting, reach out to us or just pick up your copy of this on Amazon.com. Title Abstracting Made Simple. It's the pathway for limited franchise success. It'll not only teach you the different parameters that you need to be aware of regarding title abstracting, but it will also introduce you to a way that you can enter into this additional form of revenue. Yeah. Yeah. So it teaches you how to help people in protecting their property ownership. It helps you to understand how to protect your own property ownership and understand how to read those legal descriptions to make sure somebody hadn't mooched off your legal description and created a totally different legal description out of your description, creating a deed, conveying, quit claiming themselves ownership in a portion of your land and borrowing on it. Yeah, that's why you want to, every so often as a property owner, you want to order a title abstract. And you can reach out to a licensed title agent like myself, or a title agency like Public Research Inc., or you can reach out to an abstractor, a certified abstractor, which we produce here at Public Research Inc. We have helped hundreds of people become licensed or certified title abstractors, and we can help you if you're interested. If you're not interested in that and you just want to protect the title of your property, pick up a copy of this book, Title Abstracting Made Simple, a pathway of franchise success. Yeah, pick up a copy of the book, Amazon.com, or reach out to me. We'll be more than happy to help you. You can find us anywhere online. Public Research Inc. We're an abstract and title company, and we want to service our community in this way. All right. So hopefully, if you've got any questions, you know how to reach me. You can reach out to us on Facebook. You can reach out to us on any social media platform. And you can go to our website, www.publicresearchinc.com. That's publicresearchinc.com. I'm Jacqueline Battle, and I am here to service you. You guys have a great day and continue to be safe property owners. Blessings.